from either of the sides. But which one do you prefer? I'm seeing the Seb Enigma that has come up with some big results in the past.
Yeah, definitely some things that he has to worry about in this game, but it looks like it can be strong. I'm definitely a little worried with this same idea as QO. Ember and Arc Warden as your two cores. You know, this is going to take some time. I feel like also just greedy. Arc Warden and Enigma on the same team. I feel like this kind of puts you in a position to looking at the enemy team and being like, you know, bring the action at us. You're going to have to play a little bit more of a passive style with these two. And
do Alliance sort of have the tools to bring that action towards them?
Yep, they have double global with the Void Chrono. So they can actually like Chrono on one, they can pick fights on one side of the map and then Nature's Prophet ult plus a Zeus ult or maybe an NP TP in and they can outnumber and look to fight. Definitely like what Alliance got going for this time around.
And would you sort of, are you a fan of the final pick from Alliance, the Zeus coming in for Limp? Do you think that sort of fits what they were missing?
It provides them a ton of damage, which I feel like we're kind of lacking that. And he does have at least some time. He doesn't have actually the craziest ways to protect himself on the front line, but I think he's also looking at the lane. He knows he's going to be versus that Ember. I've actually seen Zeus do fine versus it. You have to go more of like the physical sense on the Ember, which I'm pretty sure we'll see Thompson do, rather than relying on your Flame Guard in the lane at all.
Well, this is a
30 seconds to battle.
Now we'll see how Thompson plays in. You know, for sort of OG, the lane setup, are we going to sort of see special out of this or standard?
I think tri-lane. I actually think
they will keep it
secure
the
mid one.
Yeah,
I think they have to. Otherwise, he's going to get screwed. This tri-lane. They actually go for the bubble level one.
And Seb's taking a lot of damage. Limp and S4 trying to chase him off. Hanskin's going to maybe thinking about looking for the wraparound, but he won't go for it.
The battle begins.
Alliance, they were ready to fight. Look at FNG too versus No-Tail. No-Tail gonna eat this dual breath. He might be in some trouble still.
Grasp. Has got the movement to step on. Let's see if this dual breath is in range. It is. It's gonna get slow on the damage.
Should still be okay, but he's gonna get pushed all the way back. Now we have also, since Limp used his whole mana pool during that fight, he's just gonna wait. FNG is gonna lane mid for a moment, and then he'll show up afterwards. Nice last hit, FNG.
Down the one creep. And yeah, No-Tail as well. Just wanting a reset. Kills himself off to Roshan. Good. So he's in better shape for the lane.
Immediately break that tri-lane though. I actually wanted them to stay just at least for like a kill or two, just to let this mid one Arc Warden be a little bit safer, because this doesn't feel too great for him. Sure, he's got this screen protector gonna come back to him, which is really nice, but this is a very, very threatening lane. Tusk as well as they just prop it up. Middle gets handed a courier, but
all right, Hanskin. I mean, he had a sort of sight set on manipulating the creep waves, but down. He's going to be able to make the meet, so behind the tier 1. So this will be a wave denied away from OG's top lane.
Yeah, let's see what mid one decides to do with his creep wave. They have to kind of like make sure it doesn't actually hit the tower, because otherwise they're going to get a full creep wave denied behind, as we see Hansen's already doing that. So they have to manipulate the wave. Yeah, real good stuff from Alliance up here. Bottom, they have a pretty damn strong lane too. I would be pretty surprised if I see Nikobaby getting slowed down too much, because FNG's there at his side. FNG, he might soak a death or two, just trying to clear out Eidolons, might get lifted out of position, but I don't see Nikobaby getting too pressured down here. Just getting, you know, he's gonna miss CS naturally because there's Eidolons that are just denying it, but...
sort of overall, how'd you rate the Enigma pick from Seb? You know, we have seen him bring it out pretty much in draft that most part have just been solid wins for OG. Is this going to be one of them? Is this another game for Enigma to have an easy time, or are there problems?
Quite a bit of problems. Lots of disables he has to worry about, and you know, there's always the BKB Pierce and the Chronosphere. It will always be there too. I think it's a good item for the auras though, for the Enigma. If he does, I mean, probably will look to go for the pipe as well as that Greaves this game. It looks real solid. As Saksa
run down here. If Nikobaby can find a bash,
of course he can. That over Venom too.
He's got to run this down. Let's Saksa find a deny to the neutrals. Going to attempt for it. Not going to find it as Nikobaby gets the kill in time. Burst blood for the carry Void.
Not going to get slowed down at all now because of that. And Seb, okay, he goes for the urn as well now too. Now we're seeing a lot of these offlaners rushing urns.
Behind to go.
Yeah, it gives you great stuff, like 2 stats, mana range, and armor. It's everything you really need as an offlaner. Also, if you do get any kills, of course. It's phenomenal. There was an era where it was like bottle every single game. Now I feel like it's going to like this urn.
Yeah, that's true. I think we're seeing so many more urns than bottles nowadays from the top off laners.
Yeah, there's some heroes that
definite shift.
Yeah, some heroes definitely just need that bottle, like these very like Sand Kings or something that are threatening kills and all that. But yeah, we're definitely seeing new rises. Top, no tail.
Tag teams in from Manscaped. I mean, but both of these lanes pretty nice for sort of the offensive measures. You know, top lane. Anytime that S4's ever getting with the help of Hanscan's gap closing and tag team. And the bottom lane as well, as we've seen, Saxon's got to be careful where he gets in position. Hero is just one of those perfect heroes. The amount of strong slow early on that just allows the Void to get a lot of hits in.
Yeah, I bet they kind of put themselves in a position of almost 3 winning lanes. I won't count mid as a win lane. Quick mid's kind of like this trade, but Zeus wins it over the Ember. So no, it is. It's 3 winning lanes for Alliance that'll progress pretty strong in these big games. They have so much team fight that comes between all these. It's bottom. Trying for Seb. No bash.
Nikobaby, but can play aggressive like this. He's got tangos and south to go, so he wants to try and get the most out of it and push his hero to the limits. Trade as best as he can with OG.
Trying to make sure that he can get
middle tower is under attack.
Creep wave put in a good position here. He's trying to pull it onto his range creep over and over again. You can see that. Trying to get some Eidolon kills. Oh, it's getting nuked. Commits forward though.
Go again. On to Seb. It's a bash. Not going to get the chance to get in range. It's up on Nikobaby.
You wish.
Top's looking to actually go into the enemy high ground here and take away a bounty rune from them.
Got it.
So aggressive move there by him, pulling the creeps to him as well.
Now without that 3. Yep, kill them the 2 down bottom as well in time. Leave that up one there on their side if Topson wants another bounty rune for another bottle refill.
This Arc Warden, mid one, is not farming very well up here. He's got the naked gloves of haste, but he's literally only up to 16 last hits. They're just keeping this lane pulled back. And it's a very threatening lane. Either of them step up or tag team plus Nature's Prophet. Easily just kill either.
Yeah, and this is something that you said that you felt was going to happen if they didn't run this as a try. When you're sort of just running this dual lane, there's nothing sort of special or crazy about it that makes it easy for the Arc Warden to farm in this.
No, it's just Arc Warden's a bit of a weak laner. They don't even have snowball skill up. Hansen's been saving the point, waiting for an opportunity. But yeah, they just have way too much overwhelming punch between these two. Pulls our Zeus. He's now level 6 too, so gotta factor in that. Thunder God's Wrath to the side lanes too.
Yeah, if they make a go on either of these heroes, they're gonna have a good chance of getting them. No telling mid one have to be very careful. Being bottom lane. Thunder God's Wrath is going to be used in an attempt to try and help bring Seb down, but Seb's going to get away. Now FNG, he's going to get turned upon with the Eidolons and get taken out. Stops in with the Sleight of Fist, secures the kill. First good attempt there with the Zeus ult. Just not enough damage to bring down that Enigma. Top lane.
Mid one.
They can get the control. The shards are down. Hanskin stepping in. Doesn't mean he's tanking the tower. Hits 4. There's snowball out. S4 trying to finish up the kill, but he's going to be able to do it. The Treant does it. Diving in and final little bit of damage from S4's Treant, getting the job done. Mid one goes down.
It's the second he steps up too, and he does a very nice defensive magnetic field trying to protect himself, like immediately. Like Odds can just see his opportunity when he steps forward. That's gonna slow down the Midas. He was very close to it. S4 comes right back towards top 2, and you know, he mentioned the Thunder God's Wrath. S4 is getting close to 6-2.
Top Hanscan. Tower hits. This might be a bit of a free kill here for mid one, and yeah, it will be. Same time, FNG down to the bottom allows Nikobaby to dive in, kill off Seb, but that top lane kill, the important one, is now with one more wave to clear up. It will be the Midas gold done for mid.
Radiant structures are fortified.
It's going to be fortunate for him. They have this living armor on bottom. We see the glyph from Alliance. They really want to use this catapult here to try to get as much tower pressure as possible. Trying to get any tier 1s early on, because they're playing versus this Treant Protector, so unable to do so though, as Seb just eats the catapult with the Eidolons. Push is halted. So they're going to see them armor up and heal that tower quite a bit here.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Hanskin again.
He moves to play out of this. So S4's trying to step over.
He's got vision.
Not able to chase any further for this one. As again with the boots, he's stepping away. Thompson actually tries to get in with a slide. Does miss it, but with the haste should find Hansken. Very few players he can try for. We'll block him out with his shards, but his jump over clears the trees out, and Hansken find himself a little more time. But yeah, Bill from Thompson with a max slide, just running around with these phase boots and doing a hell of a lot of physical damage for this stage of the game.
Not fast enough.
And they're going to send mid one toward the mid lane so they can get some farm. I think this is kind of what he has to do. He has to try to help out these lanes. Wrath of Nature
comes in with the backup to allow them to try for Seth. The heal's there, but it's not enough to save him. There goes Wrath, comes down, he goes out. Nikobaby does have a chrono, he finds the opportunity to drop it. A little low here. Comes in with the flame guard, able to run into Nikobaby. Chrono's going to be dropped down. Nikobaby, does he have the damage? Not enough to burst through the flame guard as Nikobaby has to jump away from this. Couldn't quite kill Thompson off. S4 is able to TP out. At least Alliance will manage to get themselves out of there, but not quite able to get that kill on Thompson. Having the 2 points of flame guard enough to withstand against that extra bit of damage coming out from the time lock.
I actually thought Limp was going to TP. He just continued to jungle that whole time. I felt like if he TP'd bottom, they could have got themselves some trade kills, and now...
Oh, he actually gets to kill Thompson.
He got refilled.
He was hanging around low in lane. He was not ready for that at all.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, they poured it down and just filled the bottle. And I don't think Nikobaby was expected to be all the way back home.
That's a bad FNG. That's actually just walk over, grab him in the trees. G getting 2 straight kills down here. Thompson up to 4 kills on the Ember. Early move. Same time, S4. To help him Hansken, though, get sacked out. This lane was trying to soak up some color action. Getting himself towards that 60. Rubik, he'll go down lane. Got no tail at the back of him. Thompson's already swinging straight back down it. This time it's on his way over as well. Yeah, the start of it all, Thompson. Deal with Limp. Spamming him out with the
under
lightning.
Dire's structures are
Simple heal up from the urn too. They can't actually commit on him. 70 seconds, no chronosphere too, so Nikobaby has to play a little bit more cautious. Only the 2 points in his time walk too. He's only level 6 at this 10 minutes from the constant moves coming down bottom.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And we're seeing mid one. He's already up to level 8, so that space for the Arc Warden is already there. That pressure from OG.
So you get a catch on bottom. There on the Seb. Straight over they go. All this, just the amount of control on Seb, it's making it very hard to get his way out of here, but nearly does fall. Damage over time too much from the Magpie and such. He'll go out. As OG, can they get
the seeds of fortune?
Hansken. Thompson's trying to chase. Double towards FNG, but still just slide up the pressure on from underneath this tier 1 tower. Still trying to get in. Have a poke onto FNG as the wave will get pushed in upon them, but Limp, the wave clear with Dark Lightning is able to push back. The space being made for mid one. Mid lane. They're able to go unnoticed, farming away quite nicely and really catching back up with the Midas.
Yeah, Thompson's just trying to apply as much pressure as possible to give that space, because he knows, you know, lines, they have a lot of different ways that they can fight always. So he's got to be the one, this aggressor, to always be in the fights. And
sacks up. Stolen dual breath, setting up on the weapon. GT's coming in. Over Nikobaby goes. He's got the corner out of the two of them. He's caught Seb. And he's caught No Tail. The Notion breath comes in from S4. Big ult from Alliance as they turn up full force to hold on to this bottom tier 1 tower. And OG is just crushed. The 3 of them go down. Thompson's got to run. He's going to start dancing around with Hansken. Go for the change. Finish off this Tusk kill. Bar blocks him off, but Thompson. More slight, not enough. Hansken with 1 charges will live. Maybe's going to look to try and get on top of Thompson. Thompson still with 2 remnants left to play. Slider Fist will miss. He's got the remnant prepped out. Quick escape from Thompson. Gets him out of there. Some big moves from Alliance.
OG pushed really hard into everything. Wrath of Nature, Chrono, like every single one of their ultimates was available. But they just went a little too hard there. Thompson actually wasn't in the fight there at the start either.
Be honest, do you like this? Thompson, he is going a bit mimmy again. It's a little bit phase into straight Octarine. None of these sort of little mid-game items. He's going for the big boy. Do you like it?
No. Okay. I think he'll change it. I think he'll change it. But
yeah,
you know, these guys are crazy.
He's picked up the point booster. I mean, I feel like sort of an axe would be more than we do sometimes see like an axe rush. the Octory going full in for the cooldown and the lifesteal, and it's not a cheap item. Well, we'll see how it plays out for Tops.
We got another Wrath of Nature bounce.
And no tails down. Thompson, try with gains onto S4. S4, is he gonna live? He's stepping away. Remnant jump in. S4 is hiding, but Thompson will find him with the slide. That is all the Remnants submitted though. Thompson now deep. Ice Path with Methagy won't catch onto it though. Try and hold them with the chains, but only onto the creeps. Then it's got a full mana tank to play with as Thompson going to take heavy damage on the way out. Remnant back up in a second. Jumps out with a slide. Pop this time to throw it away. Jump out of there. Won't be able to catch him. Nikobaby in the mid. A bit of harassment from one of Seb. Chains out as well as the Alex is going to use the Black Hole straight away. Onto Nikobaby, the snowball comes out. Handscale with the save. Crossing over with that snowball, picking Nikobaby up, cancelling the ultimate of Seb. For TPing in, but won't be able to get on top of Thompson. Thompson back with the Flame Guard online. Treat for the rest of the team. They're actually going to smoke. Lions, they have Chrono back up in 15 seconds. Might find an opportunity to get in and pass the tower. In the river, Lynch. Out though, snowball cross from Hanskin. He's in with a punch onto Thompson. It's not enough. Thompson will live. Heal for the living armor, keeping him alive, and now it's OG just cleaning up. Double kill for mid-one as they find FNG as well. Thompson, change catch again onto Nikobaby. They're diving in. He's got to jump
Radiant's
out.
middle tower is under attack. Radiant structures
Retreat from the mall. OG able to push in on this mid lane off the back of that fight.
Huge turnaround there for them. He's able to hold their ground around all this.
They're going to be careful for the respawn. These respawns and a Chrono might just go in. He goes into full that. A big follow-up. They're going to first take out the trio. Now they look over towards Thompson. The silence in place. They get him as well. Again, another case of OG just pushing around a little too long and a little too hard. Alliance react. Nikobaby gets an easy 4-man Chrono, and they're not done yet, Alliance. Edward to spread out from everyone, cuts his way out with a Quelling Blade. Buyback has to come into play from No-Tail. He's worried.
Dyer's middle tower
For opportunity, and Nikobaby capitalizes on it perfectly. Perfectly.
Every single time. It feels like all these, they always are walking into this Wrath of Nature. Alliance always having these available, and OG, they have to be a little bit more cautious, especially for Thompson. This is why I'm very curious. I mean, he's gotta go for the Doctor.
He is going for it.
Gotta have no way to remove Orchid. So, I mean, we'll see. We'll see if it pays off for him. It's crazy, but hey, who am I to talk versus Thompson? Right?
Exactly. And it's not a Chrysalis on Invoker, you know what I mean? It's definitely less crazy than the Chrysalis Invoker without. I think the Octory, great item on Ember. You're all about the cooldowns. You're doing a lot of spell damage. Spell life still is lovely. It's pretty tanky as well. He gets good HP, some good mana. It's just sort of as you said, the fact that the silence is going to be very deadly, and maybe you're missing out on sort of the potential to have a bit more physical against some of these. Perhaps high ground, they found mid-one. He's going in for this. The snowball's heading over. He's able to pick him up, close the gap onto mid-one, jump forward to Tyrol. Mid-one's down. He's taken out. No-Tail falls as well. Thompson's turned up. Got a Remnant out to the side. He's running away from Alliance. Shards. Quite clip him in. S4's looking for him. Thompson's got one more Remnant to play around with.
Is under attack.
Yeah, they've got the movement speed to get away from Alliance.
They're done playing around with him and chasing him. Maybe. Hanskin. He's still on the trail, but he got no mana.
Bottom tower.
Alliance is up to a 6k lead now. Yeah, you look at sort of the three cores across the board. I mean, mid-one's keeping up, but both Seb and Thompson, they're starting to slip behind.
They're showing up to try to like take these fights, but they're not winning the fights at all. They're getting some like trickle kills towards the end of it, and maybe some before the fight start. But in the grand scheme of the team fights, they're standing no chance in it. S4 just shows up with the Orchid, which counteracts quite a bit of their heroes here. There's just so many different forms of gap close. This Void, this Tusk, always getting on top of heroes that don't like getting clapped upon, like that Rubik, like that Arc Warden. Now they have an Agonist too, so the damage it's going to continue to grow.
It's a huge amount of damage. And yeah, it's just going to continue to be a game where someone's very vulnerable. He gets silenced, caught in any sort of disable. They throw. He's just going to get blown up by this damage. Yep. He's got to be very careful. He jumps around. And to be fair, has been so far, 5-1 on 2. His KDA nice and clean. But he is having to spend a lot of the time running away, as we've seen. A lot of moves from him being made just to keep himself alive.
Yeah, they're doing a good job. They all have like their quelling blades, so they're all cutting the trees and dodging, because there's not, there's disables, but they can, avoid a lot of them. The ice path is that real, actual hard stun besides Chronosphere that they have. Snowball, in other words, Snowball is pretty dodgeable, so. downtime. They've got everything available again.
Radiant's
Nikobaby,
bottom tower is
he's
under
got the
attack.
BKB done, so he's going to be able to just commit in these fights, find perfect opportunities for
Radiant's
Chrono. We've
bottom
seen already,
tower
he's
has
been
fallen.
finding some great setups. Now it's going to be even easier with the BKB. Not a lot to put a stop to that other than the black hole.
They're actually they're just going to force a rush with it. They have all their team fight around them. This is going to be pretty impossible for them to contest with their lineup at the moment. They don't have a very good front line to even check it.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
This is looking very good for Alliance so far. It really is. 18 to 10 at 18 minutes in. All their cores just hitting the iron times they hope. Nobody getting left behind. That's Roshan, it's only going to help. It's only going to help us. There we have it. Just picked up on Nikobaby, an immediate smoke. They're ready to fight with this.
Yep, they're all healthy. Everyone's full mana. All ults ready except for Wrath of Nature, which is used to push waves. OG just totally at the back foot this game. Look like they have very limited moves in these next few moments. Alliance could look to really punish them.
Now the Nikobaby is trying to hunt for mid one. Has found him. He's looking for a Chrono. He's going to get lifted up. Oh, he's falling low. He's going to pop the BKB here. Moving on to mid one. Takes one down. In fact, he's diving for more. Oh no, Chrono off
With
the mark.
Chrono.
Doesn't get a catch with the Chrono.
Gotta run.
Gotta back up. This is the chance for OG to bounce right there. Over now, mid one. Thompson able to close the gap. Onto Lip. Nikobaby coming in with the bashes. Thompson's going to jump away with the fender. Try and chase. He's still happy to fight as he does have that Aegis. But towards Saxa he goes. Saxa with the stolen time walk, able to break away. Poking in front of the back lines.
It's a big kill though. They got through it. Now they have eyes on Thompson. No remnants available. They actually get on top of him.
He's got enough control. Thompson's still speedy. Time is bought. Press 4 to get in. The silence is there as well as the miss. Going to be big damage during the silence. He's going to pop. Thompson goes down. Very close to the Octarine, but that's going to slow it down a little bit more. Life like this and into the trees. They got anything? Taxa, they don't. Tax is out with the TP, make it away. So Alliance a bit of a punch back. You know, Chrono not quite hitting the mark, but it doesn't matter. Their lead just continues. OG still unable to shake them up as they're losing a big hero. Mid-one going down and Thompson as well.
With the Chrono whiff. That's the thing. It's like OG can't take advantage that a Chrono just ends up hitting nobody. Definitely some big concerns here in these next moments. Mid one, like you said, he's still farming, but it's just so easy for them to kill him. It's just every single one of their heroes has a way to get on top of him. Hands can hot ice too. Nice shot.
He's got it. The shards, they're perfect. Couldn't have been done any better. It's mid one, he's been found. It will lose FNG. OG, they've got to find some of these cores. They've got to find Nikobaby.
It's so hard, but he's got BKB, so they have to maybe settle just for the touch.
Out with the blink, but they've caught him. So it's not the cores. These cores are just proving to be very hard for them to ever punish.
Oh, the lift after the time walk. He actually gets it off.
BKB in the Aegis. He's under no threat whatsoever. Nikobaby. He knows they can't kill him. The gap's closing. Of course, one of the benefits of just throwing down the Chrono like that, you're easily going to have another chance to use it multiple times during this Aegis. 20 seconds, Chrono's back up. OG's got to be very, very careful. We just saw that they do lose fights even when the Chrono's off the mark. And when it's going to hit, there's the potential for Alliance to just... huge amount of kills.
And it's always like, look where the lanes all are. It's OG on the back foot of all this. It's always Alliance setting the tempo, setting the pace. Looking to pressure top here, everyone in the area. Yeah, Chrono available, like you said. Sees Seb. Also sees Thompson.
Might just go for these two. Jumping in there, will split inside. There's no opportunity for the Chrono straight up. Hanskin again, ice shards, stopping Seb's escape. They're off the Enigma. They're trying to help him out. They cannot do so. It's another casualty for OG. It's just to get so much out of there. He has got the Octarine yet. He's still not quite got it. Nearly found it.
Okay,
Trying to burst Nikobaby, but
Nikobaby's playing so well. How patient he's being with his Chrono, with his time walk and Mask of Madness. He's literally just he's playing the auto attack game after time walk for a little bit.
Are fortified.
They get him this time.
Top tower
Nope.
is under
he thought about the Chrono then. He just starts to try and drop it. Aegis is going to get popped already. They're in. On to Saxon. Saxon's out of this fight. And over towards mid-bot. Tempest double. Gold here for Alliance to clean up.
And you look at how aggressively Nikobaby, he time walks aggressively into the enemy high ground, knowing how safe he is. He knows he can always get BKB off in like 90% of these. The Enigma Black Hole will never be a threat. Yeah, the Black Hole might be one of those threats to him, but he knows he has the backup of his team near. Yeah. He'll always get the time to get the BKB off.
So the BKB's done on 7, there's always going to be ways to quite easily cancel that Black Hole. Between S4 keeping in position with the silence, and of course just the long reach of either the Nimbus or the Ice Power.
Yeah, he's very, very far away from it. 0, 6, and 7. He's struggling. Not even able to go for Greaves this game. He had to just go straight for Pipe because he's versus Zeus. Yeah, OG, all their lanes continue to be forced in onto their side. Very little options and movements that they can do. They're going to try something heat. The smoke is actually, I believe, looks like it was spotted by the ward there for a second.
Smoke on smoke action. Nikobaby's ready to turn up. Going to look for the corner opportunity. OG, they're hurrying up right now. Thompson continue to head in. Try and get further info for the side. Nikobaby want to jump. They're still being very patient. Knows that not too careful. Thompson might have a defensive round to usually jump to and dodge the chrono with.
He's giving a lot of respect to like the time walks, the remnants, like the blinks, anything like that. He's really not trying to whip Chronos. Seb? The Pipe is tanky.
Place has been made for S4 to just Tier 2 tower. Up on the top lane, once this is all going down mid. He will. Tier 2 tower taken away.
Outpost available. He's got a full BKB, almost an AC finished on this Nature's Prophet too. S4, massive this game, 9-1 and 9.
Damage online now. Demon Days picks up. Road to the MKB.
This fight just looks so hard for OG. They're going to look for these bounty runes. Alliance, they're going to chase. Not all the way onto the high ground though. Some respect still.
Sprout as well as Silence. Sax are in trouble. He goes down. Some throwing defensive round and out. Nikobaby looking for opportunities. He's trying to get in on them. The BKB is stepping up. He has been rooted. He drops the ult. Got the Chrono on the 2 of them. Tries to focus that No-Tail first. Needs a few bashes. Solo Chrono actually holds back Hanskin and Limp. Saxo with a fantastic skill, but is there follow-up? It doesn't look like it. Limp is up onto Limp. The OG have had to come in with 2 buybacks to turn this fight around. They're focusing Limp down, but the snowball from Hanskin taking Limp out to the side. Hanskin will throw himself in to try and make space for Limp's escape, but the chase is there from Thompson. Enough damage though, Limp able to continue to back away. He's going to go for the TP out. Gonna get out. He's not going to make it. They find him just in time. No-Tail clumsy, that puts a stop to the escape. And mid-1 will, by the looks of it, be able to finish off Hanskin, who tried his best to duke it out to the side. But it...
The Wraith?
Oh, they got him with a lift. They found him. The OG able to hit back with some kills, but they do actually use 2 buybacks for it. So again, despite getting some kills off the back of that, it's not Nikobaby. He's able to live. But it's a little bit of something. It's some XP. It's something, but it's not turning around this big lead that Alliance have.
They need any type of small gains though, right? Like these shirts, it's just it was just the 2 support buybacks, right? Yeah, the 2 support buybacks, anything to get them some type of breathing room in this game. They need it desperately. Nikobaby getting a little bit. I feel like that's where he was like, damn, I haven't chronoed in a long time. He wanted to throw it down. Gets caught in the root during BKB. Like you said, he lived, S4 lived, the big ones. And S4 now has a full AC finished up too. So he's also a pretty right-clicking beast himself.
Him sort of alongside Nikobaby with pretty much the full MKB to pack a punch.
Dagger, is that finished?
Yep,
okay. So Seb, he can maybe get some type of opportunities too. If he sees a window where most spells are used, he might be able to land a pretty big ult. So very hard, OG. Fight's still not looking much more difficult for many of these itemizations just yet.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Alliance will be ready to make moves once more with the Chrono.
They could do a big smoke up top around the outpost and around that 1 ward that they have. They do have Chrono as Hanskin. We'll get picked apart.
Alliance, I mean, can they make a move while they're without their Tusk? They are very strong.
They probably want to fix the lanes a little bit. Bottom's going to start getting shoved in by the Arc Warden too. So up to S4. how he really wants to make that call about it, because he's the one who's going to be addressing and split pushing those side lanes. He's just sitting in the Roche pit. He's got quite some time to spawn. He can hold a scan.
Line up back in action.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
It's a nice
nice
one there.
Yeah.
Don't want to keep it though. Favors the pupil's gift this game, Nikobaby. That extra for the stats.
He wants to be the 10 here. OG, they're going to meet up top alliance. They're all walking over though. He's not TPing yet.
Hotel setting up onto S4. S4's got the BKB. Turns straight away for the Sprout and the silence onto Saxa. Nikobaby looking for the perfect opportunity for a Chrono. Can't find his trees and try and get the setup. When the good breath comes out, the overgrowth cancel the TP out from S4. There's the almost coming in place. The Chrono's down. He's trapped the two big ones. Will kill off Seb. Hobson's able to jump out in time as it's coming to an end. That's Seb down and out. No threat at the black hole for 40 seconds. The stolen Chrono again. It's onto the two of them, but Haskins in with a punch, and Nikobaby's still able to pop it with the time warp. They're onto Midbot. Alliance winning yet another fight in this game where they just continue to ever grow their lead.
S4 ate pretty much all of the spells, ate like 2 or 3 quiver hits from Thompson. Octarine actually is working pretty well with him because he got quivered, by the way. But we see the rest of them, you know, Nikobaby, he's in perfect position to get that Chrono. Find Seb, and then they just outnumber.
Look at this spawn time just as they take the fight against OG. Roshan enters the fray.
Is under attack.
Thompson, he's going to try and poke at this. Baby looking to chase, but still with remnants out and available. Thompson's able to dance out with that. If by a little bit of time, Seb, if you want to try and do something crazy, doesn't look like it. He's going to leave this area. Free for Alliance. Roche, Aegis. Baby as well as yeah, they're going to let him have both for that. DD Rin as well. Catch vision of that, but doesn't look like they've got anyone running over to pick it up quite yet.
Just feeling like they can't shut down this quite at all though. Like they just don't have the means of control to really get him at all. They get S4 because he full committed onto the front there, but even then it was very close to them not getting S4 either.
Yeah, it just feels at this point, Nikobaby, if you Chronos 2 heroes, pretty much any 2 heroes of OG, Alliance will win a team fight. Straight away gets put to an end. And this is going to be the struggle for Seb whilst he's playing without the BKB. So many ways to stop that ultimate. Now Seb, he's going to be chased down. Over the Battlefish, trying to hide in the trees. Linked off to the side, but Nikobaby's hot on the chase. Again with another dupe. He's getting in, trying to buy time for that Blink Dagger to come back available, but they've got the vision on him. Seb goes down. For 50. 30 to 16 now. 13k lead for Alliance.
Just, it feels so impossible whenever OG's playing against any of... If Alliance even has like one ulti, it just feels like OG can't take the fight there. This Enigma's just way too poor. They have this Arc Warden farming, but the rest of their team just not able to stand toe-to-toe with Alliance at all. And Chronos is back up in 15. The frequency, it's always there.
Dire's
Nimbus also available. Lane's being pushed in. Yeah, he's on the hunt.
Nice dive from Saxa. Setups there behind the tower. Saxa's out. Guards. Attempt to catch him if one won't find him. Everyone's able to get away. Snowball over to the side. Hansken, he's in and on top of notes. Yep.
Nikobaby almost chronoed up there. Very close to catching mid one. As Thompson is able to find Limp somehow though by himself. A lot of gold. Wow. Where did he get for that one too? 2,000 to the chrono.
They're just jumping again, that high ground observer inside of the base, setting up for Nikobaby to just immediately make moves onto mid one as he stepped up for the stairs. That ward making that setup happen. Kudos on to whoever played down, placed down Alliance. That did the magic.
Thank you, FNG. Tower is under attack.
Thompson.
Ever so careful. He's trying to get that.
Not getting orchided, right? He's actually playing really well at dodging the orchids. He's still 7-2 for his team, but This Void just has the most absolute free game, and his team is just all.
It just has 4. He's just so farmed on this Prophet. 11, 2, and 12 S4. And he's gonna have the Satanic so shortly.
Yeah, they just OG just can't take advantage of the downtimes. When this Wrath is down, when the Zeus ult's down, when the Chrono's down, they're not able to force the issue at all.
Radiant are scanning.
Just gonna have to hope and pray really that Alliance makes some huge throw decisions. Still got Aegis for about a minute and a half. They're comfortably farming. OG, now they're able to actually farm their triangle a little bit here, but are they able to actually able to make a move? Are they actually going to be able to take a team fight? Maybe just have to wait for that set BKB and just hope. See what it's feeling like.
That BKB is just seemingly impossible for Seb to really commit in these fights. I mean, sure, the pipe buff's still very handy, but other than that,
Dire's
on defensive, it's a midnight pulse and just never a black hole. He cannot commit with it right now.
Under attack.
Yep. So we see a full eye of Scotty that picked up for Nikobaby. Oh, mid.
Radiant's
trying to catch him. I mean, at the end of the day, with the phase boots and the Quelling Blade is always getting out.
Dire's bottom tower.
Yeah, Nikobaby, Ice Scotty versus Arc Warden. So we know how good that Ice Scotty is versus those range carries. He's also always able to get on top of them. And now, you know, Chrono's back up again. So OG, they're not able to capitalize at all out of it again. And their base is actually just being threatened here. S4, he TP's in aggressively.
I mean, he can, right? With his AC and Reaver, he's so tanky. He doesn't care. He's just into the base and he's ready for them to try and do something about him. Bubble will get laid down.
Seb also actually goes to TP back for his team. I thought he was going to continue farming. I thought this was literally all them to just make space to try to farm this BKB on Enigma, because it really feels like it's the last hope for OG. If they're able to somehow get these big black holes, because the team fights, it's impossible.
It has expired for Nikobaby, so now maybe a bit of a window for OG to jump in.
Do they even have the damage? I don't even know if they have the damage.
With his BK, the 3k HP.
3k HP? I don't think they do.
The 20 such armor, and that's without the AC aura. It's not easy. It's not easy. I mean, what's their best sort of damage output is what? Mid one in the double, just being able to punch into where sort of the serious sustained damage comes from OG in these fights.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
I know, that's true as well. I guess Midnight Pulse is just a serious amount. So probably is the most damage done in these fights if someone can get the placement with the Black Ult.
Dire's bottom
It's just going to jump straight in on the set. He's got the chrono down. He's caught mid one, and he's also found Motel. Just no figure here from Alliance as they just leap into the base. A stolen chrono will lock down Limp and S4, but it's going to look pretty, and that's it. There's nothing to do with it. As they'll get the racks with this one. I mean, it's just the aggression from Alliance. You couldn't play that any better. Hansken just immediately in. Nikobaby's got him covered with the chrono on the big ones. Getting mid one just like that. And OG, they can't even hold. They can't hold the defense.
He committed his goal. He bought the E-Blade. So immediately when he dies, he has no buyback. And you can see Alliance, they know how ahead they were. With the way that Hansken jumps in like that, they know how much stronger they really were than OG.
Yeah. Alliance have, I mean, it's the game 2 and it's game 3. Incredibly impressive showings from Alliance.
Dire's middle barracks has fallen.
They're crushing. Game 2 was rough. Game 3 it's sort of gone on for a little longer, but really stays 22 and the damage done to the base feels very hard to sort of see a way for OG to get out of this. They're in such a tough spot right now.
It's felt pretty impossible for them to win a fight for the last 15 plus minutes. They've gotten, like I said, they got a couple chase kills, but it's never been them actually just winning a straight up concrete fight. It's always Alliance. And this is the time, right? Chrono's down, Wrath is down for... Thunder God's Wrath is down for about 10 more seconds. But yeah, again, they can't take advantage of any of this. Seb, he's trying to finish up his BKB, and like we said, I feel like that's like gonna be their last hurrah.
Yeah, they gotta spool everything towards Seb, give him the space and get that one. And then sort of who to jump? You've got to sort of get them at least. You've got to get the Void, stop the chrono. I mean, it's not an easy job for Seb.
Has to get the Void. That's just 100%. That's just about it. That's the main one they need to focus. Anyone else is kind of...
On S4, he's looking to lock down Saxa. Doesn't quite get him in the sprout, Saxa. Able to slide away with the time warp.
Who got all these items? I see
spell
spell prisms on
prism
both
Zeus.
sides. On both sides.
Is under attack.
But yeah, Zeus spell prism probably the best one. As he also has a lot of bloodstone charges and all that too to work
And a
with.
lot of mangoes. Ready to stick around forever.
Spell prism on Arc Warden, also on the side of OG. So more Tempest doubles to split push the side, more Spark Races to be annoying for them to stop the high ground push. But Alliance, and more Minus too. But Alliance, Chronos pick up. They can look to force it more now.
Gonna try and find it. I mean, this jump from Seb has to be incredible. He has to do something crazy.
Nikobaby pops the Minotaur horn very defensively. Spark Rates covering the whole area too.
Minefield. Right about for your Alliance, no tell. Does stop things onto S4. Jump 4 from Askin onto double, trying to hold that S4. He's just able to solo out no tell with the help of an Nimbus. Feeding him down with these same right clicks he has to offer.
Regeneration.
They could just put him like that, just S4 on the front. They know that he is also just a target that's very hard for OG to commit on. He's that tanky.
Dire are scanning.
Both hands up. OG. They've got to try and put a stop to this. Alliance are in full control of the game right now. 23k lead and all the tools to take down Roche very quickly. OG are absolutely going to want to try and put a stop to this. They cannot let Alliance get away
Dire's middle
with
tower
taking this Roche
is under
out.
attack.
Out.
Thompson managed to remove it. Away. All about this rush. They're going on to S4 for the double.
Dire's middle
Continuing to
tower
poke
is under
S4.
attack.
Getting low. Be safe for now. By the snowball. Buying a bit of time. Putting them in place. They'll still continue to try and finish off the double. Double times out.
I could do with more of that.
They're just constantly, they're trying to spam spells to push them away. They're trying to force anything. They force the Satanic from S4.
And the BKB. It's popped. Double. Taking out what's Zeb. He's in with the black hole. The big one. He's on to Nikobaby. With the damage. S4 just right-clicking Zeb down, but lockdown's enough. They get the kill onto the Faceless Void. Thompson has to run with the Rem down to the low, and he'll get away. But they do kill the Void. The problem is, with that sniper as well on Thompson, the big problem is that both Seb and Thompson do not have buyback. So he's doing everything in for that Void kill. And Alliance, if they realize this, they can look to maybe even try and close the game whilst these 2 cores a day.
Yeah,
Because maybe chase,
he's charging.
somebody jump in, get a handscan with the catch onto Notel, another set of shards, trapping Notel in. Straight down the mid they go, over to the side. Saxon trying to push out these waves, but handscan's on top of him. With 4 dead, Alliance. They're on these tier 4s. Midone's trying to hold with the double, but he's the only one left alive. And Alliance is going to realise there's no buybacks coming into play here. With the time and space, they're getting massive free waves. 4 siege crews as well, pushing in, diving into the base. He's looking for the bouncing kills, Nikobaby, and he's going to get it. The patches are there. They'll get the kill. He does go down, but it doesn't matter. The throne will fall.